Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today we're going to be working on this cake topper that I made for my nephew. His party was dinosaur themed, so I decided to make this for him. It's a little ambitious. I've never done anything this big, but let's see how it goes. Let's get started. I'm going to start off with just the background here. And when I click it and add to canvas, we have a background. Again, this is from Google and it was all free. Next, I'm going to make it just 7 inches. Doesn't really matter. I just want a solid number. Next, I'm grabbing a circle and I'm gonna make this also 7 inches. So that way, if we align it, it'll cut perfectly as big as possible. And you can move it around, just make sure you center it again when you're done. But I want this to be right about here. So now we're just gonna slice it. And once we slice it, we have our background. I'm going to move this to the side and continue on. I'm going to work on my palm tree. And this palm tree I think I found on Cricut Design Space. But it's 2 separate pieces and I want it to be 1 piece. So I'm just going to duplicate it. And on this one I'm going to take out the bottom. And on this one I'll take off the top. And now when we put them together, we have 1 image. This also is going to be brown and the top will be a dark green. And since I don't have these colors in cardstock, I'm just going to do a print and cut, so I'll just be flattening these. Next, we're going to go into our banner. I feel like I also found this on Google for free, but I played around with it a bit because I wanted it to be thicker and a little shorter. But then I also didn't want the separation to happen. So again, we're going to contour and duplicate, contour again. And these I'm going to put a little bit higher. But see how this one is okay, but this one has a gap? So I'll just contour that out. So just keep this one, duplicate this, and we can flip it. So now we put it on this side. It fits a little better. We're just going to duplicate one more time. We can weld this together now. And this here is going to be the little inside piece. And I'm going to make that inside red. And this one will be just like a really light blue. So now these will fit right in here, just to add a little bit of dimension. And we can group this and set it off to the side as well. Last, here are my dinosaurs. And you can use whatever you like. It doesn't have to be these specific dinosaurs, but this is what I found. I went with only these right here. Now that we have all our little accessories that we want to add, we're going to start off with the background. So first what I did was just upload a circle. And the size doesn't really matter because we're going to size it at the end, but I'm just going to do 5 inches for now. And I wanted that like spikiness up here, so what I did was grab a star. And then I duplicated it, gave a little twist, and then just placed it right on the top here. Now we can weld it. And if we move it up here, we can make it bigger. Now I'm going to align it right in the center so it's even, and I'm going to weld it. Now we have, looks kind of like a bomb. But this one I wanted it to be green. Second layer is just going to be a circle that's going to go right inside here. So I'm just going to add another circle. And that circle will be blue. Again, I didn't really look at the size. I just kind of want like a good amount of green showing on the outside. And lastly, I'll be making a red ring right inside the blue. For that, again, we need a circle. And then we duplicate it. And I'm going to change the color of the second one just so we could see it better. But I just want a ring, so it's going to look something like this. We can align it in the center and then slice. So now all we wanted to keep was that ring that we made, this one right here. And we can delete this. And this one would be placed right in the inside of the blue. Just like that. And I wanted it red. Now here is my background, and I forgot to add the volcano, but you also need the volcano. But what we're gonna do here is add it right to the front of the picture. It's kind of hard to see, but there's some smoke coming out, so I thought that would be a good place. And now we can just flatten it. So then when it's flattened, it's just one image. And this one will go right in the front of our cake topper. Next, I'll also be adding some grass. I found this on Google as well. And this will be just a basic cut. And it will be green. And I just wanted this grass to kind of cover a little bit of this area here. So next we can bring in our banner, and this one's just going to be right in the front here. And we can start kind of just decorating it now. So I'll be adding my palm tree right on the side here. Let's also insert our leaves here. And these leaves are also from Google. All the images I find are always free on Google, so feel free to look for them. And I'm just going to duplicate it and make it a little bit bigger, and then also flip it so I can go on this side. Like that. For the name, just go into text and type in whatever name you need. My nephew's name is Matthias, so that's what I'm going to be using. And pick a cute font. For this one, I use Cashiering. Now I'm just going to add an offset. Something small for now. And we can change the color if you want, just so we can see it better. The front's going to be red. That offset we just did will be green. And now we want another offset of the green, so we're gonna click again and apply, and that one will be blue. Now we can group this together so it doesn't move, and it would go right in the front, just like that. I'm also adding a 3, so we're just gonna type in 3. That one also will be red, and we're gonna add an offset that will be blue. Once again, we can group this so it doesn't move, and we can place it right in the top here. Next, I'll be adding my dinosaurs, and I want this one to go on the top here. This dinosaur will go up here. Next will be this one that goes right on the bottom. And I'm just using the move backwards feature so I can see how I want it to be placed and how everything will look. Add the green dinosaur right on the other side. And lastly, we're just going to add this dinosaur right in the front here. And lastly, we're just going to use these images to add some decoration to the banner. And this one can just go on this side here, and the eggs will go on this side. And of course, you can change the colors, you can change the theme, do whatever you want, but this is basically what I wanted to make. So here it's coming out about 8 inches in width and 9 in height. That is a bit big for me, so I'm going to do maybe like 7 inches in height. There we go. So then only the name is going to be vinyl. This will be cut as a basic cut on cardstock, and then the dinosaurs here will be a print and cut image. So now here, this page has all my dinosaurs, this has all my red cardstock, this has my green, blue, and darker blue. And again, like I said, I'll be using vinyl to just cut this name right out here. And I don't add the bleed, but I will use system dialogues. That way I can get the best image. So when I go to preference, I already have my preference saved here for best matte. It's just other inkjet paper and best quality. So here is my image, and I print on 80-pound cardstock. I've had this cardstock forever, so it lasts a long time. It's from Amazon. I'll post the link in the descriptions. And now we can feed it back in and cut it. Also, because this is 80-pound cardstock, I used the bonded plus fabric option just because it gets the best cut. And I don't really know how to change any other settings, so we're just gonna use the fabric plus and start. So here I have some of my colors printed, the light green, red, light blue, blue, and darker green. And this is what I cut out with vinyl. And I'll be grabbing my green layer that goes right behind this, and I'm just placing it right on the top. Just like this. Now this one will go right on top of the red. Just like this. And if you want to make it 3D, your foamy tape is your best friend. By the way, I was filming earlier and then I noticed how ugly my nails were, so I stopped filming to do my nails. So sorry about that, but we're gonna keep going. So first, I'm going to be grabbing my background. This is all the way to the back. Next is the blue piece that goes right on top. But I wanted it to be a little 3D-ish, so I'm gonna be using my foamy tape. We peel the backs. And we can now place down our first layer. Make sure it's as even as possible. Next, I'm going to be adding my background. And I'm just going to be placing it right on top of it. I'm not going to do a 3D effect for it. And this will go right on the top as well. Okay, that's looking good. Now I'll be adding this red ring right here, right on the top of it. And I do want the 3D effect to it, so I'll be cutting some very thin strips of foamy tape. Next, I guess I should have put the grass before the red, but that's okay. We could just put it right on the top. And you could just cut the sides if you need to. So I'm just gonna grab a piece of regular tape and then just tape that down on the bottom. Just like that. Next here, I'm just gonna be putting these together, and this one goes right on top. So I'll come in a little bit together. I just glued these little red things on, just on the top, no 3D, no nothing. So I know this is gonna go somewhere here, probably. But before that, I have my dinosaurs. That should go here somewhere with my palm tree. This one goes here. And then that way, this can go right on the top here. So I'll start off by just gluing the two dinosaurs first. And right in here, I'll just be placing a little piece of foamy tape. And then my dinosaur can go right in the front here. Again with the other dinosaur. Here we go. Next, my palm tree will go right here. Next, I'll be adding the number 3 right in the front here. And again, I'm just going to be using a bit of glue. And I'll be sticking it right on top. This bird's supposed to go somewhere here as well, so I'm just going to be putting a little bit of foamy tape in the back of it. The name, of course, will go right down here. Almost done. We pretty much just need to add the little decor around it. Okay, so you guys ready for the big reveal? And now for the finish touch on this one, we need our little skewer. And you know, I always just break it to cut to size, so right about here. And I keep the one with the pointy end. So here we have our cupcake toppers, and this is our cake toppers. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video and found it helpful. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And please also head over to my Instagram and my TikTok for a lot more pictures and videos of my work. And just thank you so much.